Hello, guys. I'm back with the long-awaited review of The Last Samurai. If my audio quality sounds a bit better, it's because I'm using a new mic, but let's get straight onto it. I've watched this movie 2 times. Personally, it's a very good movie. It's probably my second favourite movie after The Patriot. Because this is such an elusive time of history that it was set in, it's hard for me to give you the history behind it, but I'll try my best. First of all, I'll give you the history behind The Last Samurai, then I'm going to give you my honest to goodness review. The filmmakers intended the main character, Nigel Alterman of America, to be roughly set on the part of Jules Bluet, or Jules Bluet. Jules Bluet was a Frenchman that was hired by many Japanese. They stick to the point, basically. They were hired by high-ranking Japanese officials to make Japan modern, to modernize the whole thing, and to basically abolish the samurai who had kept everybody out. Because of that, not many people were willing to go. It's a very dangerous point at this time period. But Jules Bluet was no man to step down, and the huge amount of money was obviously a factor in making him go. Very true to the film, he sailed there, and he did meet an Englishman, but not really staying with him as much as he supposedly stayed with one of the other characters in the film. He did meet the young emperor was a bit younger than he was portrayed. The emperor was 21, and in the film he was portrayed to be about 27. After he had met the emperor, they were deployed in a fateful battle that I told you, and they show it at the beginning of the film. But however, this is where it starts to go off from history. Let's just give you a background on this war. Basically, the people who wanted to modernize Japan, the imperialists, were fighting against the various samurai clans. This was known as the Bosin War. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I think I am. And this was one of the first major engagements. Jules was deployed in this, naturally, as he was one of a few experts. However, the movie states that he survived. He was then taken in by the samurai and sort of held hostage. This is not true. In real life, Jules died on the battlefield. They say that a katana went through his throat and severed his spine, and they say that spinal fluid would be coming through his mouth. Partly why they lost were the untrained and undisciplined units that they had under their control. So, let me give you my review of The Last Samurai. I think it's a very captivating and very engaging movie. I think, for the most part, it's exciting, it's thrilling. The only problem I think they could have done a bit better was when he was actually living with the samurai. They could have spiced it up a bit more. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but if you haven't watched it yet, might want to look away for the next minute or so of the episode. At one point in the film, ninjas, which is true, attacked the samurai in their house, and again, he defended Katsumoto, who was the leader of the samurai, and they all fought off these ninjas. What I thought they could have done was they could have added a bit more spice. I think they put all the action too much at either the first half of the movie and the second half of the movie. They should have spread it out a bit more, in my perspective. But other than that, it was a great movie. So if you haven't watched it, you can come back now. If you haven't watched it, I would suggest watching it. I would probably give it a 4-star rating. Not quite tip top, but definitely one of my favourite movies. Up until, again, the capture of him, it's a pretty historically accurate film. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this doesn't get a copyright strike. Bye.